I'm from Burbank, California. I lived in Los Angeles the entirety of my life. Very fond of the Valley. It's where basically I made all my memories. I had three best friends, Travis, Zach, and Stuart. I all met them in elementary school, and they've been with me throughout the entirety of my life, through all my ups and downs. My childhood, so I had a nanny growing up. My parents both worked 20 hours a day. They opened a gym when I was 5, and so I grew up with a nanny for 5 years. Her name was Arlene. She actually taught me how to speak Spanish. It was my first language, which I've forgotten most of. I'm pretty good at understanding, like, when somebody's talking shit or something. Anyway, I have two sisters, Gianna and Sienna. My family's Italian. I have a big Italian family. It's funny, I have five aunts and uncles on one side, 5 aunts and uncles on the other, and each of them have 2 children. Every Sunday, we would have Sunday dinner. My cousins and I were all like years apart. We're still all good friends. They're all very successful. I'm a late bloomer. My childhood was rough in that just because I had ADHD, I was diagnosed at a very young age. And so I started taking like Adderall and Concerta and Ritalin when I was young. And I feel like that's not the reason I'm here. But it was challenging because I didn't like how the medication made me feel. So usually I would pretend to take it, and then I would hide it in a box. I ended up with a box of like 150 like pills that I think I took in 2 weeks later down the line. I was very, very hard on myself with any kind of physical activity at all. I thought I would be good at it, and I thought I should have been good at it. And what ended up happening is I overcompensated for not being able to learn fast enough for what I thought I should be doing. And I ended up injuring myself pretty badly. When I was 15, I tore both the labrums of my shoulders, and I didn't get diagnosed for 5 years. So for 5 years, I thought I just wouldn't be able to use my arms again. I used to have to stand like this and hold the weight of my arms because just the weight of them felt like they were being pulled out of my shoulders. Eventually, somebody had an idea to see a shoulder specialist. I got a surgery, and then the healing process was a year, but I had both my shoulders torn, so I got one surgery, and then as I was learning to use that arm again, I got the other one. And so for a good year and a half, I had 2 barely working arms. And then that's kind of where I started to love pain medication, because I used to hate it. It used to make me feel sick, and like I didn't like what it did with my digestive system. I just didn't like it. And then when it was really like that or being in pain, I definitely chose that. And I think that I equated pain emotionally, physically, and mentally. So I started to go for like quick fixes. I felt useless. I had a job where I actually had to file and move boxes, and just taking a box down took like an hour, and nobody was going to save me. Like I had to work, and I had to heal, and I just wasn't myself. I had never been so incapacitated by something. I'd never been injured. This was back in the time where opiates were pretty easily accessible still. So I think it was like 6 months after my surgery, and I was still asking my physician, I was like, I'm still kind of in pain. And he was like, here's 90 Norcos. You should be healed by now. And I'm like, it's like a little residual discomfort. And he's like, okay, here's like 120 more. That was the start of it. I didn't realize how bad I was getting. Like this was still at a time where I wouldn't have told you I was an alcoholic, never. I had a nice apartment, and I just had a mattress on the ground in the corner of my room. And I woke up to all my roommates and my parents, and my mom like starts opening a letter, and I'm like, no, don't do this. After that, I got 2 DUIs in a week. Just off the cuff. I came to, all my tires were gone. So I was riding on the rims, sparks coming up from my rims and into my window. And so like my best thought was to roll up my windows so the sparks stopped coming in and keep driving. I called my mom to bail me out, and she said exactly what I thought she'd say, which was she didn't answer the phone. I was very upset. I felt like abandoned. I could see now the tough love thing she was trying to do, because if my mom could have changed my behavior, she would have, through any means but that. But I think she was getting to the point where I was going to have to just ride this out, and hopefully not till the wheels fall off. Again. So 2 days later, I'm in a sober living. A day after being in the sober living, I was stopped at a green light for what the police said was 4 minutes. The judge, till the end of my case, thought I had 1 DUI. The last day was like, oh, these are 2 different dates. My friendly liquor store guy became like my drug dealer. And it got so bad to where I would walk in, and he would just like slam one on the table, and I had to be like, at least pretend like you don't know my order. So I go to treatment again. I last 3 months. I stay sober a month after that. I meet a girl. She partook in crystal meth, which she told me was a lot like Adderall. And so me being smart, I said, well, this is a lot cheaper than Adderall. And then I became hooked on meth. And then from 2020 to 2026, I was using meth every day. I met a wonderful, angelic woman at a smoke shop. And then after 2 months, she became pregnant. She also introduced me to fentanyl. Fentanyl was probably the worst thing. I think it's one of the worst things on the planet. I think it's made to kill you. You want it, and it's gonna kill you, and you stay stuck in that. I overdosed 3 times. The third time I overdosed, I was hooked up to a Narcan IV because I had taken such a gratuitous amount that even after they Narcaned me 4 times, the second that Narcan ran out, I was gonna overdose again. I have a 3-month-old child that I shouldn't be anywhere near. I can't even see my nephew. My sister just graduated nursing school. My other sister had just got promoted to be a DA. And I have a class away from an associate's degree, and I'm sleeping in a rolly chair in the garage, eating popsicles I took from some kid's soccer game. Like, it all hit me at once. This friend of mine said he was going to Beit Teshuvah. He had heard about it. He said it was like no place anybody had ever been before. He said it's like, if you're trying to like experience something different, you should try to go there. When I first got here, it was overwhelming. I always have this thing when I go into a new facility or a new place where it's hard for me not to be known by everyone. So knowing the members of this community is very important to me. Something that's been hard for me to do before. I do the film internship here with the film department. Wonderful, awesome film department, hard workers, a lot of hard workers. And there was another internship called the Mind Body internship that opened up with another great dude, where I get to take people on hikes, I get to take people to surf therapy, I get to be on like all the extracurriculars that we get to do here that I don't know if you've been to other treatment centers that you don't get to do there. All I can say is like they give you an outlet for creativity, they give you enough freedom to where, you know, when you finally do leave here, you're not just left to the wolves. I'm grateful for everything I get to do here. I'm grateful for being able to just deal with like things that I know would be very challenging for me in a safe place where anywhere I look I can have somebody to just lean on. And right now in my life I think that's like a necessity for me. Like it's all for my son. And I come second. I wouldn't have it any other way. I love my son to death. I never wanted to have kids, ever. If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have been like, I don't want to be responsible for anyone but myself, because I could barely do that. And now I have a kid, and all I want to do is get to a place where he has everything he needs, and I'm present for him. And if that's like my reason for getting my life together, if that's what God was like, here, it's time to grow up, then that's okay.